Hello everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So Safari says that marriage was not for him, that he is going forward with the divorce with Erica, but in the meantime, they are still living together to try and raise these babies. They do have a daughter and a son together. So before we jump into this video where Young Jock interviewed Safari, I do want to say that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is all over the place this season, y'all, especially when it comes down to Safari and Erica's relationship. You know, honey, those back and forth scenes where Erica looks barely pregnant and then they switch to another scene where she is like 23 weeks pregnant leaves your girl with a lot of questions. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like a lot of their timeline is made up this season, like it's not matching up. But I do want to get into this interview that Safari did with Young Jock, where he opens up in the interview and he says, y'all, that I'm tired, implying that he's tired from the newborn baby keeping him up, but I believe also implying that he's tired of being married to Erica. Now he says that when he was in Jamaica, when he posted that video in Jamaica for his birthday, he said that he was actually home, and a lot of people did not know that. Now from these social media streets, honey, that was the time when Erica was in the hospital with their newborn baby, and I believe from what the social media streets was talking, Safari wasn't there. But I also understand that, you know, sometimes these celebrities, they take pictures and videos and they don't post them originally when they take them. They may have took them a couple of weeks or a couple of months earlier and then decide to post them later. Nevertheless, it's confusion, but this is what he is saying. And then Safari also talks about his relationship status with Erica, and with them being a boyfriend and girlfriend status at the time that their relationship was easy. He said that when they decided to get married, it's more technical now. And in a way, it sounds childish to me. Like, if you wasn't ready to be married, just say that, honey. He had to know things would change some, especially when he added kids to the equation. So y'all listen in on this interview. Let me know your thoughts. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
I'm chuck up and down no mama. All right, thank you.
Well, your personal life is on television, though.
It is. Yes. Well, that's what they're going. I'm gonna let that play out there.
So the people are getting what basically is shown to them.
Well, they just gotta wait every Monday and see what's happening until they see what, you know what I'm saying, the full rollout.
Yeah, man, I get the chance to.
But I feel like TV and social media and what you put out there is just two different things. Like,
oh yeah,
it's totally. It's just too.
It's totally.
Yeah, different. You know, with the TV, they enhance and they kind of could make us say something right now that we really didn't say. With social media, it's a little more personal.
So now I know we said you don't want to, you know, you're not gonna give the people too much of your personal, but you can't help it. You live on air right now. The new baby's here. How's things going with that?
Yo,
congratulations.
Congrats on that.
You don't see how tired I look? Like,
when I spoke to you yesterday, I really feel like you had your hands full.
Yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a good feeling. But what I like more than anything is that I get to keep it to myself.
Right.
People be like, oh, go home, be a father. I want to curse so bad. I'm like, yo, like, I'm home. Mind your business and leave me alone.
Right.
Go worry about your kids.
But again, people are, like you said, they're watching social media. As I just opened it up, the break by saying, hey, you be everywhere. So when people not in your everyday space, they follow what they see you post.
And you want to know what's so crazy? When I was posting Jamaica, I was home.
See? That is.
Like, a lot of people don't know that.
Well, I mean, that's a part of being an entertainer, bro. People are going to go off of what the media gives them, whatever little bit you decide to sprinkle out there.
Do you feel like you've done everything that you can to fight for your marriage?
Damn, everybody says that. Fight for it. Wow. Damn, the music went down? Wow.
Why did the music
that just
go
made
down?
it way more serious.
It is.
Oh.
Because, I mean, some women really dream of, you know, that day that they can come together and get married and have a husband. And we know that you wanted kids and you wanted a family. And so it has to be a huge disappointment for you.
Yeah, man, you know, like.
See, let me say this while you're getting your thoughts together, because I understand how serious that's a real question for you. Like, you know, you sit back and you think back when you was 5 and 6 and your kindergarten teacher say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And your list be all over the place, but somewhere in you, certain things on that list. And as you get older, you begin to check more and more off, right? Then you get to a point where you become this adult, and you say, listen, well, what do you want out of life? And then you say, I want the house, the wife, the kids, the blah, 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 whatever. And then when you get down to your checklist, and everything on that checklist is there, it seems like some of the things that we have, we don't even realize how blessed we are. So a question like the one Miss Shanika just asked you, it was a real one for you. This ain't no radio.
I think marriage just makes everything way more technical. So
Wow.
It does. I feel like when you get to live as a boyfriend and girlfriend, like grown man, real talk. I know it may sound childish and immature, but it's like marriage, I just feel like it just makes everything just way more serious than what it needs to be. Everything. Going to the supermarket, going to take out the garbage, just everything is way more serious. And I know there's some people who like, oh, I've been married for 20, 30 years and this, that, and the third. Like, all right, cool, that's great, that's y'all. We live in a different era now. And especially with this era of social media and people letting it really like affect what they do on the daily. Like, it's not the same as, especially being in the public eye. You know, there's people like, yeah, I've been married for 20, 30 years, but yeah, y'all, everybody ain't in y'all business.
And I'm gonna back you up on this. I'm gonna tell you how. You know, I caught a lot of flack inside my home because when people ask me, "Are you single?" When I was first came out as Young Jack, I was married, but I always would be like, "Yeah, I'm single." As a $2 bill.
Yeah.
But even though it was single, it was the number 2. So that was something I just threw out there because I had to explain it to my wife. Although it's single, we were 1. But it's 2 on that 1. So I would always say that meant that I was married. Yeah, but I never put it out there because I was always in fear of certain things from social media, public opinion.
That was in that era though. That's when it was cool though to be like that. Now it's cool to be married and have kids. Everybody's like, they're promoting it and they're like pushing it on you. And then it's like when you're growing up in America, it's like they kind of instilling you, grow up, get a house, get a job, get married, have a house, have a white picket fence, and have kids.
That's the American dream,
That's what they painted as that, but that's just, you know, they're forcing it on you.
They forcing it on you?
Yeah, I feel like they just forcing it on people.
They force you to answer a hand in marriage.
So you feel like marriage was not ultimately for you?
And it's safe to say
but that's what I'm saying too. Like I really, marriage could be for some people and it could be not for some people, other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's a lot.
It is, and it'll wake you up. It'll wake your ass up. It'll wake your ass up, and you'll be like you said, going to the store, it gets technical. And then you come home and it's like, well, why wouldn't you bring this back and this back and that back and this back and that back when you know you got a whole household, you know we got to do this and that and the baby's what, and then it turns into arguments and stuff like that. And you got to just work on it, bro.
Yeah.
Now I know, you know, I know it's a lot that's gonna come out in this season with Love and Hip Hop. People want to know, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people have tried to make you seem like a bad guy at times from what the media puts out there. But every time I talk to you, I've seen you with your kids, spending time with your kids, and
that's another thing too. I'm a really like, as far as putting it on social media, I'm really about to cut back with letting people see. You know what I'm saying? My kids on the internet.
Right.
I just feel like there just needs to be a barrier with that because it's like. A few weeks ago, oh, you're a great father of the year, me and women like you, and then 1 week, 2 weeks, oh, you're a deadbeat. Oh, okay, cool. I see how y'all are. Right. So now I'm gonna just keep it private because there's a lot of people out there who got kids and people don't even know because I don't put it out there and show it. I don't mean I'm not with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, Safari, I did read a story a couple of days ago where it said that over $30,000 worth of your belongings, such as clothes, studio equipment, was damaged by your soon-to-be ex-wife, Erica. What are you doing in pursuit of trying to get the money back from your belongings that were damaged?
Hey, right now my name is Lee, and I can't see. It's really, I can't really say too much about, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what's going on.
Let's let it be known that if you're going through a divorce, there are some things that you probably have to mute yourself on. You have to plead the fifth on, and we understand.
Yeah, and you know, like, and we still, still doing this whole, you know.
So let me ask you this then. Since we already know that's the narrative, divorce ahead, is there anything that could turn that around at this point? Like honestly, like we don't care about public perception at this moment.
Yeah.
Let's throw that out the window. Let's throw the fact that people are listening right now out the window. Is there anything in your heart of hearts right now that could change that?
I just think too much pressure is just put on the word marriage. I'm just saying, like, we can still be good. I don't know. I just don't. Marriage is not for me.
It's just not for you.
It's not for me.
Okay. All right. Because it's a hard thing. Let me tell you something. When you say I do, you be like, hey, it's good. And you really look up one day and you be like, whoa, this is a real tough decision for me. Do I go left or right? And it be like that. And that's you know, it's not.
It just made everything just too technical. It's like, yo, if you love somebody, oh, now we gotta make a contract, and now it's a contractual obligation. I don't care what nobody say. I just don't think that that's fair. I just don't think that makes. It don't make no sense to me. I know there's some other people who be like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
If you want to get married and it's like, we can just say we're married, but we're not really legally married, that's cool. But all of this paperwork and signing papers, nah. If you love me, just love me. We don't gotta sign papers. Show it.
You have to do what is best for you, and a lot of people deem it as selfish in this life, but you have to do what's best for you. And
if you gotta be selfish in this life.
Yeah.
Selfish people live longer.
Let me tell you something. Man. Listen, I was at the house one day and I was with my ex-wife Alex, and in this big ass 12,500 square foot home, and she's got this pad in her hand. And she's going down the list of things that she's taking, right? So when I saw her list, I should have acted a little more devastated. I should have like, what? But when I saw her list, I was like, oh, okay, cool. When I said cool, she was like, okay. She looked me in my face, I knew I messed up. I came back, that list was like 3 times as long as it was. And the craziest thing, I understand what you're talking about when it comes to contracts, right? And I'll never forget, there was this sofa that I purchased from her furniture. I paid like $15,000 for the sofa, right? Mm-hmm. And I built my pool. We designed my pool off of that sofa.
Yeah.
And they're finished. The people moving the stuff out. They got a new spot, a new house. And she said, I think I'm gonna take the white sofa too. I said, hey, hold on, man, wait, man.
Pump your brakes.
Pump your brakes. When you say you're gonna take the sofa, she looked at me, she said, oh, that sofa's going with me. And at that moment, I got a little upset for 2 seconds. I was like, man. But then I thought about it. I said, you know what? We're not about to be in the worst position that we're already in about this material, this sofa. Because in real life, I don't want my family unit broken up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it was just that moment where I had this, as a man, I could have been like, nah, you ain't doing that. And I said, you know what? If that's gonna make you happy right now, these some of the hardest times we've had as a husband and wife, take that sofa. You can have it.
Yeah, ain't no sofa though, but we gonna do what we gotta do to, like, you know, make sure these kids is good. They ain't never gonna have to wonder about nothing. They ain't gonna feel it.
So what was up? Any truth to this whole Caitlin Garcia thing?
You wanna know what's so crazy about that? If somebody sees anybody around me publicly, that's the last person you need to be associating with me. You know what I'm saying? And I've known her. And she came with Bobby. Bobby licensed me like, yo, when we coming? I pulled up with like 25 people. That was my birthday night. Right. So like that was really just like, holy.
I've been through it, bro. I've been out with my sisters, my blood sisters, and the messages going to my lady like,
yeah,
man,
but
man ain't
saying,
faithful.
Yeah,
like with my damn sisters.
Yeah, nah. If you see anybody around me, that's the last person you need to be thinking anything about.
They're in the trenches. They're in the...
Shut up, young Jock.
That's what you
sound like they back at the hotel.
They waiting for me.
They warming up.
Hey, man, we got a game. We got to hit them with.
I'm self-healing. Self-healing. We all about self-healing right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna do some self-healing. We got a game.